A jury has found former Australian cricketer Stuart MacGill guilty of taking part in the supply of cocaine in Sydney. The verdict follows a trial which ran for just over a week and included evidence from MacGill himself, who denied any involvement in or knowledge about alleged cocaine supply deals between his brother-in-law and his cocaine dealer. Court reporter Jamie McKinnell joins me now for more from Sydney. Jamie, take us through the evidence that was before the court.
Good afternoon, Nakari. Well, 54-year-old Stuart MacGill pleaded not guilty to taking part in the supply of a prohibited drug, as in cocaine, which referred back to April 2021 when he introduced two people, his drug dealer at the time, who was known in court as Person A, and his partner's brother, Marino Soteropoulos. Now, the court heard that the charge related to his mere introduction of those two men. Those two men allegedly went on to organise large supply deals between themselves. But the Crown case here was that the introduction by Stuart MacGill constituted the participation or facilitation of drug supply in Sydney. Now, the key witness for the Crown here was really Person A, the drug dealer. That person gave evidence in a closed court, but MacGill himself also gave evidence in his own defence. And when he stepped into the witness box, he denied any knowledge of what was going to happen after this introduction he made. And he told the jurors that his intentions in introducing Mr. Soteropoulos and Person A were merely to get his brother-in-law off his back, to palm him off. He found him quite annoying, and he said he thought the two had a fair bit in common in terms of their common interest in drugs. Now, after about 7 hours of deliberations, the jury has come back with a unanimous verdict today. They found Stuart MacGill not guilty of the principal charge of taking part in the supply of a large commercial quantity of a prohibited drug, but they also found him guilty of an alternative charge, which was essentially the same thing, but without the element of it being a large commercial quantity. Stuart MacGill, when he was sitting in the dock, gave little reaction when he learned that verdict, and he's left court now without making any comment to the media. He'll return back to this court in May for sentence proceedings.
And Jamie, Stuart MacGill was also kidnapped after the key events of this case. How was that linked?
Yeah, this was one of the more colourful elements of the evidence in this trial, Nakari. Although, as I mentioned, Stuart MacGill's involvement was limited to his making of the introduction between those two men, the court heard of alleged cocaine supply deals that went down between Mr. Soteropoulos and Person A. And the third one and the last one involved a deal allegedly for $660,000 for 2 kilograms of cocaine. But the court heard Person A, the drug dealer, instead of handing over cash to Marino Soteropoulos' associates, handed over a fake bag of A4 paper, essentially, in a vacuum-sealed package. And then that triggered a series of events where people were really looking for the drug dealer Person A, and they started looking for Stuart MacGill for his whereabouts and any information about where Person A might be. Stuart MacGill mentioned the lead-up to his kidnapping during his evidence and was cross-examined about this a fair bit. And he became quite emotional in the witness box when he recalled Mr. Soteropoulos telling him that he was in big trouble. The only way out of it would be to find Person A. He recalled Person A not responding to any of his frantic messages, and he told the court as well that he was hiding around places in his building, like on his roof or in the gym or even in his car, before eventually he was put into a different vehicle by a group of men, driven to Western Sydney around the Bringelly area to a shed area. He was there, he said, stripped, assaulted and held against his will. The court heard he went to police and made a report about that incident about 6 days later. So that was the more colourful elements of the evidence in this trial, although it wasn't directly related to the charge that Stuart MacGill faced.